Hi, my name's Jim and welcome to Against the Grain. This weekend I've just come back from Maker Central in the NEC in Birmingham. It's fantastic. It's the first one ever, and it was brilliant. Met loads of fantastic people, loads of really good companies as well. One of the companies I met is a company called Eli-Chem, who make this product called Mastercast, a clear set resin, 2-part clear set resin, 1:1 ratio, and I filmed their demonstration. I filmed a lady called Emma Jones, and I'll put a link to her website in here. And she makes these here. She was demonstrating these. So this is just 6mm plywood, circle off, and she mixes resin with coloured resin and pours it on a board and makes these amazing things. This is what she was demonstrating at the show. So I had a chat with, once I'd finished filming, I had a chat with Ali and Emma, and it was suggested that I take some, they gave me some resin. So they gave me this and some leftover bits of used colour they had, and said, go away and see if you can recreate it from the demo I did. So I thought, fair enough. So they've given me a blank 6mm disc, which I've just put some masking tape around, because that's what Emma was using, just to stop any resin just falling off the side and ruining the table. But I've got the worst table in the world, so I wouldn't worry about that. I've also got a sheet of plastic on here, just because they said always just put a sheet of plastic down, which is good advice. So basically, yeah, I'm going to try and recreate and make this wonderful piece of art that Emma did, and try and recreate it and show you how easy it is to do, or how not so easy, depending on how well this goes. We shall see. So yeah, let's get cracking, and yeah, fingers crossed it works. So, got a measuring jug, and it's 1:1, and I think Emma used 150ml of each, so 300 in total. I don't think, nobody said you need to give these a shake. You need to get into them though. So I'm assuming you don't need to shake them. They did say they will keep for, let me get a knife. Aram, who's the guy who was there, he was telling me that it lasts for 2 years. It's shelf life for 2 years. So once you've opened it, once you've bought it, you've got 2 years. You can reseal it. You can, use a part of it and then screw the bottle top back on, and it'll keep for 2 years, which is not a bad shelf life. Bit of a pain to get into first off. So yeah, I'm going to do this video completely unedited. I'm just going to put it on my YouTube channel completely as is, just so you can see the time it's taken me to do this, what problems I've had, what problems I didn't have, how easy I thought it was, if it worked, if it didn't work. This is going up regardless of whether it actually works or not, because I have to prove someone wrong as well as right. Don't think they give me any more free stuff if I proved it wrong though. But yeah, let's see if this product actually works for someone who's never, and I've never generally haven't used a resin before. I've always wanted to work with, do some resin work, but I haven't. So this is a first for me. And they did say put some gloves on while you're doing it. But apparently it's non-toxic. It's completely food safe. So it's, you can put it on chopping boards if you wanted to, you put it on spoons, whatever. If it's, it's food safe, then it's all good. As long as it says food safe on there. I'll have a read of the stuff, but they did say it's food safe. They has no smell. I was there when they're doing it. It doesn't smell at all. So yeah, I didn't actually ask. I'm assuming it was 150ml of each. How many is in it? How much is in a bottle? 215 grams, 7.6 fluid ounces. What's that in mil? Let's see how we get. So I'm pouring in the white one first, which is the resin, and the red one is the hardener. Only get slightly more to slow. Okay, you get 215 gram of resin to 185 gram of hardener. Now I'm assuming it's the same volume of liquid, and one is denser. So maybe the master cast hardener is denser than the resin, I'm guessing. So right, let's pour this in. So this is going to be a fair bit of resin. I'm actually going to go half. Do I go half? Let's go half and put in. So let's make up 150 ml as opposed to 300 ml total. And just see how I get. So it's a 2-part 1-to-1. How much is that? That's 150. So that's half and half of that. Is that enough? No, I'm going to go the full 300. Thought it. I didn't pay for this, so I can. It's using a fair old amount though. That's near enough all the bottle. So I think I may have done a bit too much, but as I say, I didn't pay for it, so. And the cure time he said was about 4 hours. But while I was there, they did this at 11 o'clock, half 11 in the morning. They finished this, doing this demo for this piece. And I came back at 5 o'clock, and it was still slightly, and very slightly tacky, but not wet. It was just a little bit tacky. Only so it touched my arm and stuck at its mouth, and it just felt like a bit of just boiled sweet and stuck there. So right, mixing time is 3 minutes. So got a clock, so I'll just kind of mix this. And I think the secret they were saying is to get it fully mixed in. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you go, really. Just make sure you get it completely mixed in. Scrape around all the bottom of the jug or your mixing pot, and just make sure it is completely mixed in. So if you want to fast forward this bit for a minute, feel free. As I say, I'm going to do this unedited, unplayed with. I'll put my credits at the start and the end, that's about it. I'm not going to, probably won't even dub over it, because what's the point? I'm going to be gabbing all the way through. So yeah, it's safe. I'm only wearing gloves because it's supposed to be really sticky on your hands and it's hard to get off. I think Emma did say, if you do get it on your hands, get a baby wipe, something like that, or a face, the makeup removing wipes kind of thing, or child hygiene wipes, whatever you want to call them, and that will help remove it a lot easier. So I'm just giving this a good old mix in, making sure I get around all into the bottom, around the sides, making sure none of it's all mixed in. Now these pigments have been given. They are resin based as well, resin based acrylic. What did he call them? And yeah, acrylic pigments. 4 to 5 drops in each, and they will almost instantly change colour, which is good to know. So apparently the acrylic will mix with the acrylic a lot easier. So if it was a water-based one, you'd have to really mix it in. But when you put the colour in, it's really easy to just, for them, they bond quickly and mix in. And a thing called Resiblast, which is, I'm to put in the, what have we got here? So what's this? That's a metal. So I've got a silver metal, a blue steel metal, a tint acrylic ink, turquoise, and a white. So I was told, and a little bottle of the Resi Blast, or can't make it out. It's covered in stuff. I think it's called Resi Blast. I will put a link to Aram's site, to Eli-Chem, on here, so you can go to their website if you want to purchase this or ask them any questions. They do have a Facebook group as well, so I'll post the link to that so you can have a look. I'd say that is pretty much mixed in. So I'm going to split this now into 4, approximately 4. So you've got some clearish cups. Pop some in there. This didn't go as far as I was expecting. I expected this to go a lot further. That's near enough the two full bottles in here to get the 300ml. So this is the tester set of theirs. This is, they do it in different sizes. I think they go up to kilogram packets, bottles of them, tubs. So it's you can buy larger quantities. This is just what they had on the show. They had some of these and some, maybe a litre bottle selling there, a load of the pigments. But yeah, they do all kinds of sizes. If you go on their website, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I'll try and answer them. If not, I'm sure we can ask Aram to help out and answer them, or direct them to to Eli-Chem. So that's mixed up, split into the 4. I might have to buy a new jug for the kitchen. Right, so I'm going to go with, first off, I'm going to get some turquoise. And I'm going to come over and do this at the front. Let's see if I can get this right up close. There's a little pipette, little dropper. I'm going to put in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try 6 drops. And then you can see it's clear. And give it a quick mix, and as you can see, it is completely turquoise. Wow, that's quite vivid. So that's that. So that's how easy those are to mix in, and that's how little. So these bottles are 30ml, and I reckon 6 drops from 30ml. You could probably get a good 100 of those. He did say it was like a 1% ratio, so yeah, about 100. That'll do. Let's see. Let's do the white one. Again, I'm going to put in about 6 drops. Thereabouts. And to this one I was told to add the blast. At least add the Resi Blast to, definitely to the white one, because apparently that makes it, it looks a lot better and helps it. This helps it blend in, rather than having strict lines. It kind of mixes a lot better with each other when it's on the board. So to definitely put it in there, and maybe 1 or 2 of the others. I don't know how much of this. This is a bigger tin. Oh, this is like a... Okay, let's scoop some of this out then. It's got very metallic then. Why not? Get that in there. Oh, wow. That is extremely metallic. So there's no pipette with this. There's no dropper on these ones. This is just straight in. So that's a bit more, just a bit stronger than the others. Might put a little bit less in this one. Well, certainly more than 6 drops going in these anyway. And again, it's almost instant mixing. It's just a quick whiz round, and they're mixed. So that's done. That's all the colours in. So let's just put. I've no idea how much of this to put in. I didn't really take note. I'll put a couple of drops in there because it's a couple of drops of the other stuff. So a couple of drops in there. I'll put a couple of drops in the blue, metallic blue, and a couple of drops in the turquoise, just the ink one. And I will not put any in the silver, the metallic silver. I've no idea if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know what I'm doing. As I say, I've never done this before. I've never used resin before. I've never mixed these pigments before. I've just seen the demo that I filmed and I watched it back once. Maybe I should have watched it back twice. I did make a couple of notes. But yeah, I think the demo took about 20 minutes in all, thereabouts, for Emma to get her masterpiece done. That's only masterpiece for me. I think Emma found it quite easy to do, considering some of the other stuff she does on her website. Yeah, go check out her website, it's very good. Right, so I'm going to start with a bit of turquoise. And I'm literally just going to pour it on. Just give it a swirl. Oh, dribbling. I'm going to put it all on. I'm going to empty all of this turquoise in there. Use the lot. Pretty much, apart from a little bit at the end, because I've got another. Because I was told I will have some left over, no matter how well you mix. You'll always have a little bit left in the pot, so I've got a little something I made at the show that I want to put some. Well, it needs a bit of resin on, so I shall do that later. On this, I'm going to blob a little more sparingly, I think, but still in a circular pattern. Do a little bit of feather in there. I don't know if this makes any difference, me doing little streaks on here or not. In fact, I'll move the camera over in a second, take it off me, and then you can see the actual board a little better. So I've still got quite a bit of this blue to go in the middle. Drizzling it all around, mix it in with that. Right, let's. You see that? Okay. Well, you should be alright. You get the idea. Once you realise I don't want to touch the camera now because I'm covered in this. Right, let's go with the white. I'm just gonna drizzle and pour that in. Close to the edges, but not terribly close. Keep going round. Big blobs, little blobs. Not being too particular. And then this doesn't actually look like it's going to be that much to go around the board, but it seems to be the 300mm mix seemed to work for them for the same size board, so I'm guessing it will for me. Now, right, the fun bit. Just kind of mix it in with your hands and just kind of swirl it around. So I'm just going to put my fingers in and make some a nice. And I've got a lazy Susan here, so I'm just going to spin the lazy Susan close-ish to the edge without going too far. I've just got this masking tape on there because it's quite thick. It's like when you're doing icing, like proper, like just normal icing. It's about that consistency. So it's still viscous enough to stay on the board without fat. I'm going to take that off because I don't think I need it. And I want to get the edge done as well. So we can take that off. That's not been needed. I'm sure I'll dribble a bit on the onto the but there's plastic covering on there, so I'm not bothered. And we're going to just get this here. I'm going to try and move this round towards the edge without. Just kind of. And it's self-leveling as well, so, you know, it should even itself out. So I'm going close to the edge, and you can just go round. Let's move it. I'm going to cover my lazy Susan as well, I know I am. Should have put some paper on it, never mind. So I want the edges done as well. So I do hang it up, whatever I do with it, hang it up, however, you can't see the wood. I think that's getting there. A bit of swirling there. Now there's still not, it's still not everywhere. It's still, you know, there's still patches of wood I can see. There's still bits that need touching up. I'm just going to go and do the edges. So I've still got quite a bit of blue there actually. So I'm going to do these edges by just dipping my finger into a pot. So I've got the metallic silver and blue. And I'm just going to fill in around the edge. Feel free to fast forward any of the boring bits. Because all I'm doing now is just touching up this edge grain, this end grain. so it doesn't look awful when it's hanging up and you can't see the bare wood. Otherwise, what's the point? So there we go, it's pretty somewhere in there. That's nowhere near. Okay. There we go. Right, that's nearly covered. There's a lot of blank bits. Let me just take these gloves off. I can come in with the camera. Oh. So let's just move this camera over. Let's see. So you see there's still bits of wood showing here. It's mostly covered, but it's not finished. It's not complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a heat gun. I bought this the other day. I needed one. I was told I had to get one, so I got this for £23 from, where did I go? Tool Station, I think it was. Just for a basic one, and just a quick blast just to heat it up, and it will move around a bit quicker. And, you know, it'll create a feathering effect, so blend in. In fact, that is really good. You're gonna come in for this one now. I'm gonna bring you over. See if I can do this. Apologies for this being ill-planned, but I've just finished work and thought I can't not do this video. I have to do it quick because I really wanted to do it. So I've not done anything like this, so I'm just going to put you there. And then this is just a heat gun. And you can see, it's around. Create these little ripples and it kind of moves, it all merges together, it's funky. I'm sure I'm probably not doing this as well as you could, but I'm getting all of this, because warm it through it becomes a lot less viscous and a lot more liquid, and so it's flowing across the board. Let's get that in. And it's now merging a lot better. I'll put a little bit more, because now, right, I've now got, it's lost, I probably put a bit too much of that blasty stuff in, by the look of it, because it's gone very kind of flowing into each other, as opposed to a bit more defined that Emma had. So I probably put a little bit too much of that blast stuff in, which is not a problem, because I've still got something, everyone's unique, I imagine, completely different to anything else. Well, it has to be by definition. So that's Emma's. The original one. Let's put you back there. There we go. So yeah, so I think, let's move that out of the way. Some more gloves on. I'm going to put a bit more blue on there, and I'm going to use up most of the ones I've got, and that'll hopefully be a bit more defined. And then I'm going to let this set for, as I say, that was about 5 hours. What time are we on now? We're on 5:30. So yeah, I'll probably leave it till at least 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock maybe. I'm just going to put a box on it and come back to it tomorrow. I'll put a box over the top to stop any dust getting to it. Just because I am working in the garage, so it is a dusty environment. Or dustier than I was doing at the house. Oh, that's quite a good, nice effect. That's that silver. Now you can actually, through the turquoise, still see a little bit of grain of the board. So I'm going to see if I can get some more out. That turquoise, put a couple of blobs down there. So just slightly see the board through the wood. Through. As I said, I've never done this before. This is just completely, you know, I'm sure if you could use different colours. They did all kinds of colours: reds, blues, turquoise, aquamarine. Oh, it's turquoise, isn't it? Yeah, greens. You know, they had quite a lot of different colours going on. I'm just playing around like a little kid. It's great. Put some spirals on there, some circles, and you could do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm getting my artistic flair on here. Definitely, this is definitely good fun, if nothing else. So yeah, I think that is probably done. That's the board's covered, everything's covered. I'm a little bit covered. So I think it's done. Let me just bring you back over and have a look at it. It's so easy to do. It's great. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I just hope it cures. You know, it's 50-50 mix, so it has to really, unless I've got a dodgy bottle, but I don't think they do those. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll stop the video here, and then tomorrow when I come home, I'm just gonna cover it with a box and close the doors and leave it, and then come back to it tomorrow and see what it looks like. And I'll do a couple of pictures or something to tag on the end. So yes, if you want to try this yourself, go online. The links are all be in the description for Eli-Chem. Yep, Eli-Chem, and you know, Aram and his team there will sort you out with any questions and stuff. If you want to go and see a brilliant artist who did this fantastic piece, she's called Emma Jones. Her website's going to be down there. If you want to see more random videos like this, other projects and things like that, hit subscribe. And I do random videos of a lot of different things, a lot of tool reviews and things like that. If you liked it, put a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Write anything in the comments you want. If you want what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Ask me some questions on if I know the answer to this on this product, I will tell you. And check out for Maker Central next year, because I'm definitely signing up because it was a fantastic event. But yeah, here we go. I'll zoom in on what the final one is, and we'll see you soon, guys. Cheers.